I want to talk about connecting to your spirit guides and to the angelic team, your angelic support team and angels, establishing a clear connection. Often we find that we cannot connect with angelic beings, angels, or your spirit guides. And we always wonder why. Why is it that we cannot establish that connection? And there's many factors that play into that. And I'm going to go in and detail and outline some of the factors that play, against you being able to establish that connection with your spirit guides and angelic team, or the angels. Now, you have to remember that angels and the angelic support team, they will support you and be around you, but you have to be at a higher vibration and be positive in your life. Anything that is ego-driven or is part of ego, they will not take part of, because again, this is the angelic support team. So all of the angels, your angels, or spirit guides, they always will be there by your side and supporting you in everything that you do. But you have to do things from a positive standpoint and not be focused on the negative. So many times one of the main questions that I get often is that, Raymond, I can't connect with my spirit guides for whatever reason, and it's frustrating, and I tried meditation. We have to understand that meditation is going to clear. Meditation is great, don't get me wrong. That's going to clear your mind and your third eye to be able to get some clarity. And it's always recommended. I always recommend doing that. But your spirit guides and your angels, they are not going to actually, come through if you are with ego, because heaven, everything that is from heaven, everything's from the spiritual realm, and that walks in the white light, that are positive, they do not have any type of ego. Ego is something that is very toxic at times. Now, everybody has ego, so don't get me wrong. And ego is the way that you perceive things to be, with yourself or with others. And there is a healthy ego, and then there's an unhealthy ego. So when you have an unhealthy ego, you are stuck in a lower vibration. Most of the time, these individuals are very negative toward others, and you may not even know that you have an unhealthy ego. It may be certain things that are pointed out to you by others, judgment that you may have, against somebody else. And often when a lot of mediums or psychics are doing readings, they find that that the information, that they're trying to establish a connection with spirit is not coming through. And a lot of that may be ego-driven. Because let's say, I'm going to give you an example. You're doing a reading on one of the Facebook groups, and you happen to see someone's picture, and that person, you look at that picture, and you look at that person, and you see that they look like they are upset, and they have this face, and you may say, well, you look bitter, and you actually tell them that you're bitter. That's almost like passing judgment on the person. You can't just look at, that saying, you can't just look at a book and judge it by its cover. It's the same thing with your ego, and when you're trying to making a connection with spirit. You cannot have ego. Just because somebody may look like, they are bitter, you can't actually tell them that. You can't judge it, base your judgment on what you see. You have to go deep within. And how you have to do that is by clearing your mind and quieting the mind. The mind is full of a lot of chit-chat, a lot of things that are going on in your own personal life. You're thinking about work, you're thinking about your family, you're thinking about how you're going to pay your bills, the debt that you're in. So all those things play into an unhealthy ego. You kind of have to quiet and silence the mind. Once you can do that, you are able to get a better connection with spirit. Now, one of the things that when we're trying to do meditations, and a lot of people are like, well, I can't meditate, I can't focus. Well, one of the main things that you need to do is to always turn off all type of electronic devices around you. Sit maybe in a quiet place, and close your eyes. And you don't even have to close your eyes. A lot of people don't understand that meditation doesn't even have, some people do this in the shower as they're taking a bath, or taking a shower. You don't have to be in a certain room sitting down. Some people lay down and they're meditating with their eyes closed or with their eyes open. If you are finding that you are having trouble meditating, one of the things that I recommend is to maybe stare at a particular area, like something like the wall right in front of you, and just focus on that wall and keep looking at that particular point. And when you're doing that, in that split couple of minutes or seconds that you're, looking directly at that wall, at that point that you're focused on, you're actually meditating. And a lot of people don't understand that that is what meditation is all about. It's clearing the mind. So in that particular moment, or a couple of minutes or seconds that you're focusing on a wall or some object, you're actually clearing your mind and able to establish a better connection with spirit. Now, your angelic guides and support team, they will come through when you are vibrating at a higher vibration and you're positive and you have a healthy ego. So with when you're in that way, you are able to actually connect with them. A lot of people think, well, I haven't seen my spirit guides. I don't even know their name. And you have to understand that not everybody is going to know the name of their spirit guides. Not everyone's going to see them. And not everyone's going to hear them. You could have either one of those, or you may not have them at all yet. And it's because maybe you are not prepared yet. It doesn't have a specific deadline or time, and a lot of people get frustrated because of this, and that kind of shuts them down from having that connection with their angels. You need to know that your spirit guides and your angels are always around you. They're around you 24/7. If you talk to them, they will hear you. So it's not something where you have to see them to believe that they're there. They are always there. And something that I always have found since I've been on this path, when I speak to my angels, whether in the mind or out loud, I'll always ask them to leave me a sign, and they do. And most of the times I get like feathers left for me, or I'll see a red cardinal, or I'll see like a blue jay. I'll see some type of bird or a butterfly. There's different things that they, how they communicate with you or leave you signs, so that way that they do hear you, they are around, and they are protecting you. So you never need to worry when it comes to that. But again, if you're able to get your ego in check, which is, sometimes very difficult to do, because we're all human beings, we're all carried down by, different types of situations in our life. But if you can silence your mind and silence the ego, and have a healthy ego, you can actually get a good and clear connection with your spirit guides and your angels. Now, angels, when they do appear, sometimes you may see them with your peripheral vision, not through the mind or the third eye. You may actually see them like you're looking at something else, through your regular eyes. You may see speckles of like blue light sparkling. You may see some golden light. You may even see like white light, kind of like when you close your eyes and you cough really hard and you open them up and you see like floaters, similar to that. And so that's how sometimes angelic beings do present themselves to you. If you're in meditation, they may actually present themselves to you as purple light. There's different ways that they can manifest, because remember, angels carry an energy vibration, and they're full of energy, and they carry the full color spectrum of the rainbow. So they carry all colors, and angels not just one specific color. So it's however you can connect with angels that they'll actually manifest themselves to you. So I'm going to do some more videos in the next coming couple of videos that I have coming out. Again, I want to thank everybody that is on my page and commenting, and all my viewers that I have out there that are supporting me. I really do appreciate each and everything that y'all do out there, and keep spreading your light. If you'd like, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then if you are on Instagram, you can find me at Psychic Medium Ray. That's my Instagram account. And then on Facebook, if you're tuning in from YouTube, on Facebook it's Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman. And if you are tuning into YouTube and you have a website, you can find me on my website. It's psychicmediumray.webs.com. So I want to thank you for tuning in, and have a great day. Blessings and love and light.